Let's see. Joshua, Anthony, Donna. That's it. Joshua, Anthony, and Donna so far. I'm glad y'all could make it. And I finally got my camera to go horizontal instead of flipping up the other way on me. Good. Just finished your live stream, Anthony. I didn't know you had one today, or I would have been in there. Yeah, I was a couple of minutes late. I was just doing some last minute checking to make sure I had everything done correctly. My day's been going good. It's been kind of lazy, but it's been going good. It's hot. I mean, we have no rain today, and the sun is out in full force. It's 91 degrees right now. And it seems hotter than that because it's really humid outside. So it seems like it's hotter than 81. Just trying to get this camera set. It's not exactly where I wanted it to be, but I guess it's good. Yeah, I didn't realize you had a live stream today, Anthony. I guess I was so busy I didn't check my notifications or anything. And there's CenturyLink. Hello. Welcome to live chat. As usual, we're going to wait a little while to give everybody a chance to get in here. And I worked on another, I'm probably showing it too soon, but I did another one of the plaques. So I've got two of them of Lucky now. I did two of Little Buddy when I did them, and I gave one away, and I kept one. I haven't got it hung up, though. It's still in the bedroom, and they're laying on the computer table. And you plan on going live again later tonight? Well, good for you. I had to buy me a new refrigerator today. Oh, wow. And there's Gladys. Hey, Gladys, how are you? Well, I need to get a new refrigerator. I just haven't broke down and done it. I mean, I'm still using my refrigerator. It works great, but it freezes everything. The only way you can keep anything from freezing is to put it in the vegetable bin or in the door. Anywhere else, usually in the refrigerator, if it's in there for more than one day, it's going to freeze. But some people say, well, they wish theirs would stay cold because their new refrigerator, no matter what setting they put it on, it doesn't stay cold enough to keep anything from souring in their refrigerator. Matthew Gayfellow, hello. Linda Miller is here. Welcome, everybody. Matthew says, I want to win, please. Well, if you watch my channel in the past, you know, in order to win the plaque, you got to answer some questions correctly. And I pick questions out of my videos that I've already posted. So if you watch the videos, then you'll be able to answer the questions. And I've got two questions. You've got to know the answer to both of them to be able to win tonight. When mine today started making a winning sound, and then I heard a big kaboom, and I had to buy a new one, which cost, oh my God, $5,800. And I think like $800 or $900 is a lot for me to spend. But I can't get a big elaborate refrigerator. It's got to be one that fits in this spot. So just a regular basic refrigerator will work in there. Because everything is built in here. It's built into the cabinets. Even though it's not attached to the cabinet, you can pull it out. But it takes more than me to pull it out because it's not on wheels. It's the old-timey refrigerators. So I guess they'll have to get a dolly or something and get under the front of it to be able to pull it out. I don't know. But I've been putting off getting a new one. And I did paint this one stainless steel just to see how I'd like the stainless steel look in the kitchen, and I like it. And they have one out at Home Depot reduced. It's pretty reasonably priced. That probably will work here. The only thing is the door opens on the opposite side, and if I buy it, it would have to be reversed. I need the door to open on the side that this one opens, on that side over there. And the one at Home Depot opens up here on this side. And I wouldn't like that because you have to go in between the table and the refrigerator every time you need to get into the refrigerator. And it has better access on the other side over there. And there's Tamara Aimling. Hello. Yeah, they say most of the doors can be reserved. There might be one or two, depending on the style of the refrigerator, that cannot be reversed. But they would have to do that before I brought it home. I wouldn't want to get it home and have to change it myself or figure out, well, after I got it home, it won't change. They'd have to do it before I bought it. Yes, my phone is charged up and I'm fixing to plug it in. Trying to. Because I know being online on a live for any length of time, it does draw the power. So I did just plug in the charger to it so it'll stay charged up. Yeah, that's what the lady said. She was talking with me about it, and she said, I'm sure they can reverse the door, or the doors, because it's got two, like this one, the freezer at the top, and then the refrigerator part at the bottom. It's basically like this one. It's just, I don't think it's Frigidaire. I don't remember what the brand of it was. But it was a good price. And I was looking at it, and I said, well, I wonder if it will fit, And I could probably go online and get the measurements off the website because I had written them down and then I don't know what I did with them, so I didn't measure the refrigerator when I got home, so. Donna says, oh my God, I'm living in the Stone Age, I guess. What do you mean, Donna? Mine is a Samsung refrigerator, and it took me 2 hours. 2 hours to figure out how to make things work. It's supposed to be able to tell me when I need something. Oh, it keeps inventory for you in your refrigerator? Is that what it does? I don't think I want one like that. It would be telling me all the time to get something I didn't want to go buy. My refrigerator tells you when you need what it needs, and it's was a big touch screen on the outside of it to tell you what you need. So you put your content list on your touch screen, and then when you're low or out of something, the refrigerator tells you, huh? I don't think I need something that far advanced. I just need a regular refrigerator and freezer that works. That keeps my food cold, doesn't freeze it. I mean, if I put my eggs in any part of the refrigerator other than the door where they are supposed to go, they will freeze. I had extra eggs one time, and I put a dozen down on one of the shelves, and in a couple of days I went in there to get the eggs out. They were froze solid. Froze solid. I said, oh my God, I know from now on they got to go in the vegetable bin or in the door where the eggs are supposed to go. And there's Tamara Douglas. Now we got both Tamaras in the house. Good luck, everyone. If I win, I will give it away. You mean you're going to give your baby away, Gladys? You named Lucky. I would think you above all anybody would want the picture of Lucky. And like I said, I did another one. I did this one today. It doesn't have all the glitter on it. Somebody left a comment on the video where I made the other one and I put that little bit of glitter on it. She said, oh, that looks tacky. I thought to myself, well, I put glitter on it because Lucky was a YouTube star, and a star needs a little bit of glitter. So that's why I put the glitter on it. And I don't think I overdid it. And I think it looks good that way, but oh well. But the winner tonight can get either one they want. They can get this one, the first one I made, and it's got Lucky, this YouTube superstar Lucky, and this one has it at the top. It's still a little wet, y'all, but it's got YouTube superstar and it's got Lucky right under my fingers right up there. And there's Shatika. Well, I have captions on every one of my videos and every one of my lives. I mean, that's default in my settings. And every time I get a message that the captions are not working, I go to my video or the live and there's the captions. They come up for me. So the only thing I can think of is you got to go to your settings, make sure that your automatic captions are turned on for English or whatever language you need, and then make sure that the CC is underlined with a red line on your screen, and that means yours is turned on your device. So I don't know what else to tell you. But yeah, I keep my closed captions on every single video, every live. It's default settings, so I don't ever have to turn it on or off. It's always on. Matthew said the house I bought had 2. I already had 2, one for the basement, so now I have 4. Oh my goodness. Well, I've only got the one refrigerator and the one freezer. I'm so tired I haven't been to bed in 2 days. Oh well, I was up for 5 days and nights and with no sleep. And then finally last night I slept about an hour or so this morning, about somewhere after 5 o'clock. So I felt a little better today. I did get a little bit of sleep. I don't have any makeup on, but other than that, I'm fine. Well, just stay up and hope you go to sleep tonight, because I found the more you lay around during the day and try to sleep, the less chance you're going to have sleeping that night. So, Linda, did you read my comment? I love Lucky, too. I don't want to be greedy. Well, you're not going to be greedy. If you know the answers, answer them. Some people may not know the answers because they don't pay attention to the videos. You'll not believe that I've got people that leave comments in the comment section under my videos, and they ask me questions that I plainly tell them in the video. That just shows me that a lot of them don't really listen to the video, and they probably don't really watch it either. I defrost mine completely. But mine is the old type, and it's really old, and the seal is wore out around the top of the freezer, you know, that gasket. And I basically have to defrost that freezer once a week to keep the ice out of it. I try to replace that rubber gasket around the door, but I don't know how to do it, and I don't know if you can do it. And I don't want to pull it off and then not be able to put it back on. I would have to buy a new one then. Yeah, I always defrost my refrigerator. I have to, because it builds up so much with ice it looks like Alaska in there, and it will keep your door from shutting. When am I going? As soon as a lot of people get in here, I wanted to give people at least 30 minutes to get into the live before I asked any of the questions. It's only been 16 minutes, so, and I keep getting more and more people coming in, so. Oh no, Dylan's sick. You think he's got the flu? Oh, poor baby. Flu is no fun to have. Yeah, see, I don't know that, Anthony. I don't know if you can replace it, that rubber gasket around there at the door or not. Or if you got to pay someone to do it. Like you say, it could cost more than a new refrigerator would cost. My dad started the dishwasher earlier. I just helped him out. Well, I don't know which button to start it. Oh, I can't help you there. I don't have a dishwasher. My dishwasher's right here. Just don't do it like I did. One time I tried to replace one, and needless to say, I tore it all up. I had a mess, and I had the door off. I couldn't get it back together. Yeah, see, that's what I'm afraid of. That's the reason I haven't messed with it. And like I said, it's an old refrigerator. So, you know, you may not be able to get a gasket the type that's on that one. I don't know. I don't know if they sell replacement gaskets for refrigerator doors and freezer doors. I have no idea. I had to buy a new one for my friend because I tore his up. I took a sledgehammer to it when I got outside and I was so mad. My refrigerator makes noise. Do you know why it does or anyone? Mine doesn't make any noise at all. You can't even hear it running, but it works. It runs. It works. It freezes. It keeps everything cold. And if, like I said, if you leave your milk in there for more than maybe 3 days, your milk's going to be froze. And I mean, it comes out handy sometimes because sometimes I'll cook an overabundance for a meal and I'll put it in a bowl or container and put it in the refrigerator. And it might be in there for a day or two and I forget about it being in there. And finally, when I remember and go in there to get it, it's frozen. So I know it's okay. It was frozen the whole time it's been in there. So I have to take it out and thaw it out if I want to eat it. So my food doesn't spoil. Yours is making a whining sound and it went kaboom. And so that's all I can tell you. Don't like the way it looks. Just bought this stove. But I don't like how the refrigerator looks. It doesn't go with my stove, so now I gotta buy a new stove because I don't like the way it looks, and I just bought the stove. Well, did you just buy? Oh yeah, you just paid $5,800 for your refrigerator. Well, you should have bought you a refrigerator that matched your stove. That's why it took me so long to buy my stove. The old one in here, it still worked, but oh my God, it looked so bad. It was unreal. And so I looked online, I looked in Home Depot, I looked in Lowe's, I looked everywhere for a stove that would look right in here and would be the right size. Everything I found, today the backs of the stoves are so high. I mean, they're about like that high above the stove. And they got clocks and timers or all kind of stuff in them. Well, one like that will not work in my kitchen because of the exhaust fan on the wall behind the stove. Every stove that I found that I liked, that back part came up so high, it was several inches above the exhaust fan. And I said, I don't want that. I got to get it below the exhaust fan. So finally, I found the stove I got online, and I think it was through Home Depot. I ordered it, and I said, it's just a basic stove. There's no fangle dangle stuff with it. It's not computerized. There's no timers on it. It's just a basic gas stove. But it works in my kitchen, and with the black trim on it, it looks Western. And this whole house is a Western style. So that's why I bought that stove. And they looked at me like I was crazy when I went to Home Depot to pick it up. They said, this is your stove? And I said, yeah. And then they looked at me like, I don't know why she's buying this stove. There's nothing to it. And I said, I know, but I said, I live in a house where it had to be the perfect fit for where it needed to go. It couldn't be too tall. It couldn't be too wide. Couldn't be too deep. And I finally found it. So I said, this one's going to work. So I think when they delivered it, they saw what I was talking about. Because it fits perfect there. It's well below the exhaust fan. I don't have any problem with it. So it works fine. I mean, it would have been nice if it had a timer on it or, a few things, but it's okay. I got my smiley face timer over there that I use. In my defense, I thought I was getting the white one because my stove is white, so I wanted to white refrigerator. Now I got a black refrigerator, and I wanted white. I got to have a black stove. Well, no, if they delivered you a white refrigerator, you should have told them they brought the wrong one, that you bought the black one. No, that they brought the black one and you wanted the white. I wouldn't have let them leave it if it was the wrong color. Not paying that much money for it. But if you buy a new stove, you might be able to sell the one you got already, but yeah, it's a shame you've got to do that. But that's the reason my sinks are still Harvest Gold, is because the refrigerator and the stove that was in this house originally was Harvest Gold. That's what they put in the mobile homes back in the day. It was either Harvest Gold or avocado green. Now, my bathrooms were done in green. The tub was green, the sinks were green, the commode was green, but the kitchen was Harvest Gold. But when I change it out and I get a new tub put in there, it's going to be a white one. Because I've already changed the sink out in the main bathroom, and it's white. So, yeah, when I replace things, it's going to be all white. I have the same stove, came with my house. I was told that the lady who owned the house prior to me remodeled the kitchen in 1965. Yeah, well, this is a 1969 mobile home, so that was the colors back in the 60s. Harvest Gold, avocado green was everywhere. And the shag carpet, which I never liked. They didn't have shag carpet in here. They had a scallop carpet, which was really nice, but over the years, I got tired of it, and I ripped it up and just put linoleum down. Joshua said, most apartments still have dishwashers, Linda, not all of them. I don't have a dishwasher. Never had one. My mom never had one. And there was 8 people in our family. I had 5 brothers, me, and my parents. We hand washed everything. We did have a washing machine though. Well, there you go, Anthony. That's one blessing that you have if you can build your own house. Usually you can kind of build it the way you want it. Well, I've heard horror stories about dishwashers, about the filters and the lines building up with mold and all kind of gross stuff and not really getting your dishes that clean. I don't think I want to mess with that. I'll just wash them in the sink, thank you. Never has made me sick. They get clean enough, so just you and your dad and your brother Joshua. Well, you don't have that many dishes then. Yeah, most of the new houses, the new apartments, they have everything. Dishwashers, uh, washers and dryers. I've always had a washer, but I've never had a dryer at the house. Usually, if it rains or something or bad weather and I need something washed and dried, I'll wash it at home and then I'll take it and throw it in the dryer at the laundromat. It's so expensive to take anything even to the laundromat today. It's unreal. Your stove is an island stove oven in the wall. Yeah, back in the 60s, they didn't have dishwashers put in these houses and they didn't have dryers. Usually they came with a place to put a washing machine, but no dryer. I've often thought one day when I ever replace the washer I've got, I might put one of those washer dryer combinations in there. It's one unit, but it washes the clothes and then it turns around and will dry them. Those are kind of nice. Or I could get the stack washer and dryer if I could find the right size one. But I would have to take my overhead cabinet out that I keep sheets and things like that in. Yeah, I've never really minded washing dishes, really. People back in the early 60s and before that, they kept their homes just as clean, their dishes, their pots and pans just as clean as they do today. And we never had dishwashers. It's called elbow grease. Scrub them pots, scrub them dishes, and get them clean. My kids never got sick from dirty dishes. I kept mine washed and cleaned. Matthew says, I hate washing dishes, so mad my maids made me have to do them yesterday. That's funny. I don't have a maid. You're looking at my maid, y'all. You're looking at my maid, my housekeeper, my yard worker. You're looking at the one that does everything around here. I'm the gardener, the cook. Yeah, I knew some people that had one. It was just one unit like a washer, but it does, like, you wash clothes and then you can change it and put it on the setting where it'll dry that same load of clothes. It just takes longer because you can't wash another load of clothes until the first one gets dry. But, I wouldn't be drying clothes that much. I like hanging mine out. I kind of would like to dry my towels because it would fluff them up. But on a windy day, if you hang them out, they'll fluff up on the line too, by nature. You wish you could go back to the 1965. Gladys said, Linda, believe me, I miss washing dishes. I hear you, Gladys. You don't realize the little things like that you take for granted until you're not able to do it anymore. Just a little thing like standing at the stove cooking or washing up a dirty dish. You never think twice about that kind of stuff until someday you might get in a situation where you can't do that anymore. Ada said, I do dishes by hand every time. I don't have a dishwasher either. They make life easier so I can spend more time focusing on my businesses. Well, yeah, it could be time saving, I guess. Air dried towels are better to exfoliate your skin. Yeah, my bath towels are the only thing I put fabric softener in. I like my towels to be soft and fluffy, but I don't put fabric softener in my regular clothes. I don't even think I put them in my sheets. They don't need it. I wonder how much is a maid or butler. I have no idea. Depends on where you live, and it sounds to me like you live in a ritzy neighborhood, Anthony. So where you live, it would probably cost pretty good. Maybe Matthew's got a good idea. Maybe I need to hire a maid or a butler or something. Well, I told you one time you needed to hire you a cook, or even better, hire you a maid that will come in and clean your house once in a while and come in and cook your dinner for you, or cook any meal you want for you. Or at least have her come in and cook a couple of days a week or something. Ever since you had COVID, you hate the smell of laundry softener. I don't care much for the smell of fabric softener. I'd rather have my clothes just smell fresh. I don't, like I said, I don't mind it in my towels because I like my towels soft and fluffy. Yeah, well, it's 90 degrees outside right now, so that means it's hotter in here. So the AC will kick on. Okay, like I said, we've got two questions you got to answer. I'm going to ask number one right now. One of the cats lost something. What was it? And it was in one of the videos. What did the cat lose? Tamara Ailing was the first one in with the answer. He didn't lose his tail. He lost his collar, a flea collar. I've got to take Tamara Ameling. She was the first one on the board with the answer of a collar. And I got one other question, so Tamara's got to get the other one right too. Or I have to keep asking questions until somebody gets two right. Well, yeah, that's what a lot of people find out. I mean, I don't know about your house, Anthony, but a lot of these new houses that they're asking these big prices for, they're pretty. You get in them and then you find so many things that's going wrong with them. I know some people have had so much trouble with their aerobic systems, and they make you put aerobic systems in now for your septic, and they're having so many problems with them. Jeremy said, I got to type faster. You paid $859,000 for your house and you don't like it. Well, there you go. If I had that kind of money to buy a house, I think I would build me one and build one I wanted. Well, when I first saw them putting these concrete slabs down to build these houses around me, I just took for granted at first they were going to be brick homes. But they're not. They're wooden framed homes with siding on the outside. And wood frame homes don't last that long in this area because the wood dry rots real quick. It was a flea collar, Linda, but Tamara Ameling was the first one in with the right answer. Yeah, there's differences in the flea collar and collar. So now am I going to get in trouble for giving it to Tamara when she was the first one that was in with collar and she didn't say flea collar? I mean, I don't want anybody to get mad and upset. Linda Miller was the first one with the actual flea collar. Well, I got another one on him now, so hopefully he's not going to scratch as much. And I bought the stuff to put in his ears, and I even got a container of here, it's right here. I bought this stuff that you put drops in his ears and kind of massage it around and then let him toss his head around to get the stuff out. And then I bought these advanced ear wipes. They're already wet with a medication type stuff that you wipe his ears out later. But he won't let me even get this in his ears. I've held him, petting him, trying to fool him, and I've had the thing up like this, and the minute he smelled it, he jumped out of my lap. He said, "Oh no." He said he wasn't having no part of that. All right, we got another question. And I'm going to ask, how many white Casper eggplants do I have in my garden? I don't mean the plant itself. I'm talking the actual eggplant. How many do I have in my garden right now? Not counting the blooms and stuff like that, just the eggplant, the white one. Oh, don't I wish I had 16. Tamara Ameling said 3. Jeremy said 6. Tamara Douglas said 2. Whoa, 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 whoa. Donna, she got it right. I've only got one white Casper eggplant so far. I've got a lot of blooms on a lot of plants, but I've only actually got one white eggplant. So that was Donna. Donna Placetti, she was the first one that said 1. And Linda Miller come up with 1, but Donna was first. Oh my God, I'm going to have to come up with some more questions. I didn't think I was going to need but 2 questions. All right, I got another question. How many pumpkins did I have in my garden? Not the plants, the actual pumpkin. How many did I have? Yeah, but you got to be the first one that comes in with the right answer, Linda. Matthew said 4. Linda Miller says 2. Was that 2 pumpkins or what? I'm starting to get mixed up on here. I have 2. Yeah, Linda, it was 2 pumpkins. So, Linda, you need to find, yeah, that's what I thought you meant. You need to find my email address that should be below the live. If you're watching on a tablet or a phone, in the description, you have my email address. If you'll send me your mailing address by email, then I can send you out the YouTube superstar plaque of Lucky. Isn't it cute? I now have 3. Well, you had 3 right answers, but you didn't get in time for the first one, Linda, I don't think. But you've already won, so. Superstar. Yeah, everybody tell Linda Miller, congratulations. She won Lucky the YouTube Superstar plaque tonight. Give me 10, stop being a donkey butt. Yeah, congratulations, Linda Miller. She won Lucky, the YouTube Superstar. Gladys won the one of Little Buddy last year. You know, I did a plaque of him last year, and then she had mentioned since now I now had Lucky, and he was a YouTube star that I needed to do a plaque of him too. So I've just did 2 of them of him. One is not dry, and the other one is ready to go. What? Gladys, he is banned from her. Who is banned from who? Oh, Gizmo 10. I didn't see their comments. Were they being ugly? I guess one of the moderators got rid of him. Yeah, Gladys has the plaque of Little Buddy. I did him last year, so now you have the one of Lucky. It'd be nice if I could get them both together in some type of a little cute arrangement that I could do a plaque of both of them on the same one. Oh my God, that was a troll, wasn't it? He was a troll and a half. And there's Alfonso. Alfonso, you missed the giveaway. Linda Miller won the plaque of Lucky, YouTube Superstar. I just got through asking all the questions and she got them right. So, yeah, I've had a really good day today, Alfonso. I hope you have too. Matthew said, can I buy a plaque? What, you want one of Lucky as well, or you want one of something else? I'm not sure I understand you. Lucky. Well, I have this other one made. It's not completely dry yet, so I'll have to let it dry for a day or so before I can send it. Gladys says do both together. Well, like I said, I've yet to come up with a photograph of both of them together or close enough together that I can do one. I may have to just do some kind of plaque with like a long one and put Lucky or Little Buddy on one end and Lucky on the other end or something like that, and put YouTube stars in the middle or something. I've been thinking about that too. You'll be in it to win? Okay. The front end leading wheels kept jumping off the track and causing a short out on the layout, which is also fried the RC decoder chip. Oh no. Sounds like you're having a calamity there, Alfonso. But yeah, Linda, go ahead and send me your mailing address. And Matthew, if you want to send me your mailing address and you want to pay the postage for me to mail that to you, then I'll send the other Lucky plaque to you. Anthony says, help me, I can't find my glass. I'll have to wait and see what the postage is on it. But you'll see whenever you get it, they'll probably stamp it with how much the postage is. And then if you want to send me the postage, then I'll send you the that other plaque of Lucky. Linda doesn't have to pay anything. She won her square, fair and square, so hers is free. I love fireworks. I just don't ever do any myself. What was his Matthew Gay fellow? And my pen won't write. Find something over here that'll write. There, I got both of them their names written down so I won't forget who to send them to. Yeah, I think Anthony's in the happy juice again. And if he already can't find his glass, he's in bad shape. I have a cabinet full, so I have a drink. Yeah. You have a drink or two. Not a word from Wilson, Gladys. And I've sent him numerous emails. He's not answered any of them, and that's not like Wilson. Anthony thinks he was robbed. He can't find his glass. Well, we didn't have a lot of regulars in here tonight. A lot of them, I guess, didn't want to win the plaque. I think they turned out real cute. Yeah, and Dennis just quit coming in too. I guess he just stays too busy with doing his own videos and posting stuff till. And you know, I don't blame him. He wants to make a little money too, so. I didn't know a glass would talk to you, Anthony. So yeah, I guess you need to find yours so you can have a talk with your glass. Yeah, I miss both of them too. They more than likely are, Joshua. But I catch every once in a while some of his posts that he puts up there. You know, Dennis does, him and his grandkids, or they're fishing, or they were playing hot potato one night, and that was real cute. Or going fishing. I need to go fishing. I haven't been in a while. I forget it. I will just drink from the bottle. Oh my gosh. Anthony. Anthony said I didn't do it. Y'all, I've got 10,300 and some odd subscribers. Can you believe it? Can you believe I've got 300 over the 10,000? I'm picking up new subscribers every day. I don't think I know how to make an actual name. And my other is on what time? Yeah, I've got 10,323 subscribers right now. Woohoo! I need 30,000, y'all. I should have at least got 10,000 a year to be pushing videos for 3 years. I should have at least 30,000. Well, I'll need about 700 more and I'll hit 11,000, Joshua. I want to get as many as I can. I pick up a couple of subscribers every single day. If I could just get that many subscribers to watch all my videos, I'd be a happy camper. I have a clock on it too. I am happy to be able to able go to the store or something. Oh, well, tell her thank you, Gladys. You got a new nurse and she subbed to my channel. Well, good deal. Did it say on your YouTube channel I'm watching you on the iPad or what? No, it don't tell me what you watch on. Oh, we got another troll in here. Can somebody get rid of Jix5? Thank you, he disappeared. I am so proud. Is there any way I want a good 100% for the surprise? Huh? I don't know what you're saying, Anthony. Yeah, I don't know who got rid of him, but somebody got rid of him really quick. You think you're drunk, the road is spinning? You shouldn't be on the road, Anthony, if you're drinking. I can't believe all the rain we've gotten this summer. We haven't had this much rain in the summer in many, many, many summers. It's usually been dry, a drought. The ground's cracking, everything's burning up. So it's really surprising that we've got as much rain this year as we've gotten. It made it nice for the garden, though. I haven't had to water half as much. Hopefully it'll stay this way. I'm not sure of the road, it's the house that's spinning. Anthony, you need to leave that bottle alone. Yeah, Mickey Mouse has been through a lot of adventures. Anthony, he said, I'm not on the bottle, it's all over the floor. Oh my God. Sound like you're going to have fun cleaning up your floor. Donna said she found out she was allergic to alcohol, been off the soft sticks. See, that's one reason I don't drink. I mean, I wouldn't drink anyway because I don't like it, but I'm allergic to most of that stuff. It relaxes me and I feel like I could go right to sleep, but it zaps my body because I'm allergic to something that's in it. And it's like taking a stay awake pill. I found a course on the table. It makes a good bed. There's Gizlet too. Linda, you look so pretty in that shirt. We got him back again, Gizlet. Just hide him from the channel, whoever can do it. Don't even put up with him. Hide him from the channel. Anthony says, I can't find the pillow. I am in trouble. Sounds like you do need to go lay down. If you can find your bed. He's gone hidden. Good. Thank you, Anthony. Do y'all like the lives better horizontal or vertical? He can't find the bed. He's robbed. Somebody robbed his bed. No, I'm curious to know, do you rather have the lives and the videos horizontal, or do you like some of them to be vertical? Horizontal is easier for me to see. It's horizontal right now. I finally set it at horizontal and it didn't make me flip it when I went live. Donna says horizontal. I know the people that watch on TV definitely like it horizontal because it fills up their screen and it gives them a better picture. Yep, there you go. But there for a long time, I don't know what was going on with the settings with YouTube. They were messing with the settings and stuff. I could, set the live to be horizontal. But then when I hit the go live button, it told me to flip it. It wouldn't let me go horizontal. It made me flip it vertical. This time it didn't do that for some reason. So maybe I'll be able to go horizontal with my lives from now on. Yeah, Gladys says she has me on TV. Anthony said, my head hurts and I have a lot of money under the bed. Help me. What are you doing with a lot of money under your bed? Is that where your bank is for your house, under your bed? He said I was robbed. Yeah, I think Anthony's just trying to be funny. I don't think he's really drinking. Or he might be drinking a little, but I don't think he's drinking that much. He's being funny. He said, I had the money under my bed. There, I don't trust banks. And no, I'm not drunk yet, but I will be before tonight's over. Well, just don't try to go anywhere. Stay home. Give Dylan the keys to the car well, you got more than one car though, so that won't work. You'd have to give him the keys to all of the cars so you don't leave drinking. You know, I do have a question for years to ask. Where do you get Disneyland soundtrack from and upload it on YouTube, but you don't do it, but some people do? I don't know. You probably just have to do a search on the internet for Disneyland soundtracks, and you'd probably find some. Okay, Matthew. I'll be looking for your address and Linda's address in my Gmail. Anthony said, Tamara's telling Anthony to put all the keys in the refrigerator freezer you hate. I have 7 cars in the garage. Well, give Dylan all of the keys to all of those cars and let him hide them so you can't go out driving and drinking, which I don't think you'll do anyway, but you've custom built most of the cars in your garage. Yeah, Anthony's a car collector. Dylan would go out and drive in my cars. He knows those are off limits. Yeah, he might argue with you later about that. He might think by you giving him the keys to the cars that he can drive them. And he'll tell you later that, well, you gave me the keys and told me I could drive them. And you might get so drunk later on tonight you won't remember what you told him. So maybe that's not a good idea. The only one I'm looking for now is a 1950. Oh, I had one. I had a 1955 Chevy Bel Air, 2-door. It had, the guy that I bought it for was my boss I was working for at the time. He was restoring cars. And he stripped that car down. He reupholstered it, put new carpet in it, new door panels, new everything. Painted the outside a burgundy color. And the seat covers were rolling pleated burgundy. Had black carpet. Beautiful car. I wish I still had it. That was the first car I ever bought in my life, was that 55 Chevrolet. And it was automatic transmission. You think she'd take the keys, Anthony? Alfonso said, I'll drive you. However, I'm legally blind and don't have a driver's license. You don't need to be driving either, Alfonso. That would be just as bad as Anthony getting behind the wheel drinking. Well, back when I bought mine was so many years ago, I was 20 years old, I think. 19. And like I said, I was working for the man that I bought it from. And he had fixed several cars. He had a 57 Ford that he completely restored, looked brand new, and he had the 55 or 56 Chevy Bel Air. And I liked the Chevrolet. So I bought the Chevrolet. He let me buy that thing for $400. Can you believe it? And it was like a brand new car. And that was in the late 60s. Anthony said, I won't be behind the wheel drinking. Well, that sounds good, Anthony. Although I'm fixing to duke it out with a coffee pot, it won't make coffee. Maybe you need you a simpler coffee pot. You need a coffee pot that's not so complicated. Yeah, I got lucky. I mean, I couldn't have bought it for that if I hadn't been working for him. And my dad was doing remodeling on his business there, the grill where I worked. And I don't know to this day that my dad may have paid part of that car. I don't know. But I know $400 is what I paid him for it. And it was like a brand new car. Well, I like Bun Coffee Pot, but I can't find one anywhere. Really? Yeah, and when I got ready to sell it, I sold it to my younger brother, so it's still saving the family. And my dad painted a Roadrunner bird across the back of it. It was really cute. I don't know what that kind of coffee pot is. Let me look it up. I've never heard of a Bun Coffee Pot. Well, I found one. $382. Right there is a Bun Coffee Pot. Right here on this end. $382. And they got one that the price was dropped on it. There's another one. The price dropped to $119 on that one, Anthony. So do a search online for Bun coffee pots. You'll find them. Because I just found several. Yeah, some of them are $382. This one, they dropped the price on it. It's $119. And it's at Walmart, y'all. Anthony, do you have a Walmart close to you? Oh, really? The fastest coffee pots? Well, it looks like Walmart's got them. Just do a search on the internet and you'll find them. There's several different prices of them. $149.99, $382.99, $149.99. So Walmart does carry them. They got at least 3 or 4 different styles at Walmart for bun coffee pots. 3 different prices. I've never used a bun coffee pot. Your iPad is about $400. I can imagine that's a good price as iPads go, and Joshua. I wonder if Dylan will take me to get a coffee pot if I let him drive one of my special cars. Well, you said he was sick. He may not feel like driving. Yeah, maybe you need to let Dylan get better. He said he had the flu. So he might not feel good enough to drive. Yeah, they got them on sale. You know, like I said, they had that one discounted to $119. I don't know what the regular price was on it. Yes, ma'am, I've got back to my routine, trying not to forget. And I think it may have had something to do with the allergy pill that I take once in a while. It's been known to make people's blood pressure go up, but it's one of the allergy pills that really works with my allergies. But I don't take it all the time. I just take it when my chest gets really bad or the allergies are extremely bad. And I had been taking that for like 2 days, and I think when my blood pressure went down, plus the fact that I forgot to take my blood pressure pills for 2 days. So both of that contributed to my blood pressure going up. What's my favorite way to cook up some green beans? Well, I like to put them in the pot, cook my beans, flavor them with either ham or bacon or something to that extent, and then cook me some potatoes in them. I like the little round red potatoes. Clean those up real good and just throw them in there whole. And cook your potatoes with your beans. It's really good. That's the way all the people back home usually cook them. Because they grow the little red potatoes, they grow the beans. And it is a very familiar sight to go in their house where they fried fatback, got that fatback grease, put their beans in the pot with the grease, put water in there, cook their beans. Always put a spoonful of sugar in your beans and other seasonings. And then when the beans are done is when you add your potatoes, because it doesn't take long to cook your potatoes. Anthony says, I feel like an idiot. I started drinking, then I break things. I hate that coffee pot. Well, it's not the coffee pot's fault. Maybe you just didn't set it right, or you didn't push the right button. The coffee pot went on the floor, and now I got to get a new one. Oh my goodness. Didn't you have this same issue like a week or so ago with your coffee pot? Well, I used to take mine in the morning, Gladys, but I'd get up and start getting busy, and I'd forget to take them. So that's why I started taking them at night. That way I always remember I got to take my blood pressure pill and my allergy pills and my herbs at night, my vitamins. I always take them at night, and then I go to bed. So usually that's the last thing I do. But not sleeping, I was kind of addle-brained, and I think I might have taken an allergy pill or two, and then I just went to bed. And I took that one that I don't usually take that kind of goes against your blood pressure pill. And I know that's why it went up like it did, because it came back down. You have a habit that if things don't go your way, when I'm trying to make something, it goes in the floor. Oh, well, that could get expensive, Anthony. Well, good, Joshua. Your fan's not complicated to you. Yeah, it sounds like a frequent problem, Anthony. Maybe you better buy several Bunn coffee pots when you go buy one. So you'll have a couple in reserve, so the next time one goes in the floor and don't work, you'll have a backup. You'll just DoorDash some coffee. You'll have to start doing like I do. Keep you some instant coffee on hand for emergencies. I don't know. They update everything nowadays, Joshua, and they make it so complicated. You got to have an owner's manual to operate anything you buy now. It's almost like you got to go take classes in microwaves or classes in dishwashers, classes in washing your laundry with your new fangle dangle washing machine. I told you my sister-in-law, her mom bought a new washing machine one of the years that I went home, and we went to her house, and she was trying to wash a load of clothes, and she said, no matter what I do, I can't get this thing to wash clothes like I want. And I went in there to look at what she was doing, and it was like computerized. So you had to program into the washer what you wanted it to do. And she said, I pushed buttons and I couldn't get it to do anything. I said, well, don't you have an owner's manual? She said, I really don't want to have to use a washing machine that I've got to read an owner's manual to figure out how to work it. I just want one that I can turn on, wash my clothes, and be done with it. I said, well, with these computerized, I said, with you pushing buttons, you probably program different settings in it. And it's going to go through the cycle of whatever settings that you programmed into it. It'll go through every cycle until it clears it out. And then you'll be able to put something new in. And she was mad because it filled up, and then it would sit there for a minute. And then the whole tub would tilt to one side and stay there. Wait a little bit, and then it would tilt back and stay there. and then it would tilt this way and stay there, and then tilt that way. It was like a pre-soak setting. And I said, well, you're either going to have to clear the memory, or you're going to have to wait and let it go through the cycles that you programmed in to do anything else. She said, well, how in the world can I clear the memory? I said, well, you could try unplugging it. Because I said a lot of times with anything that's computerized, if you unplug it, it clears the memory that's in there. And I said, sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't, but you can try it. Well, she did it, and it did clear it. But then she didn't know how to program it again to do a regular wash. And I told her, I said, well, if you just bought this washer, just had it delivered, this is basically the first time you're trying to use it. She said, well, I haven't been able to use it. I can't get it programmed. She said, I just want a regular washer, one that I can put my clothes in, turn it on, and it washes my clothes. I said, well, you just bought this washer. If you don't like it, you're not satisfied with it. I said, call them and let them know that you don't like it, you want to return it, you want them to come get it, and you want a different washer. Well, we went into the store with her, and she explained to them that she didn't like the washer because she didn't want to have to program to wash clothes every time she used the washing machine. It was driving her crazy. So she said, can I just let you come get this one and me get another one that I don't have to program, that it just has an on-off knob, or it has a low setting or high, medium or high setting for the water level and that type of thing. And they said, yeah, they could do that. So she did get her another washing machine. Little buddy scratching at the door, and I've already fed him twice. So let me give him some treats, and he'll be happy. They're both out there chowing down now. They got treats, so they're happy. Well, she's already got another one now. Well, she got another one after that, and she passed away last year, which was so unfortunate. She was a really sweet person. But I know what she's talking about because I had a convection oven. You had to look at the owner's manual to cook anything in it. I said it one time and I didn't realize it. I thought I was just doing the microwave part, and I had it on convection microwave. No, I thought I was doing the convection part, and I had it on microwave into it because it would alternate. And I put an aluminum pan in the microwave that day, and thinking it was going to get hot like a regular oven on the convection part, and it started arcing with me. It was getting hot, but it was also alternating with microwave. And I thought to myself, oh my God. I said, I'll never get used to this thing. But I don't have that one anymore. I've just got a regular microwave now, and I have to look at the little owner's manual every once in a while, depending on what I'm going to do with it. Because usually with the microwave, I just heat things up. But when I started baking my potatoes in there, you had to do a little bit different with the settings and what you punched in. So I'd have to refer back to the owner's book that come with it. I think I've got that down now. Yeah, some things don't even come with directions. I bought one of those charger things that was about the size of this, that was solar, and they didn't send any type of instruction with it. And it had so many little buttons all over it. You didn't know what to do. I got aggravated with it. I couldn't even get it on or charge anything or do anything with it. So I sent it back and I said, I want my money back. I said, you need to at least send instructions on how to use something, you know. The power on our microwave is 1250, Linda. Is that the power on versus you? I think mine is like 900. I don't know. Let me look. I don't even remember. It's inside the door. Well, mine's 900 watts. Mine's 900 watts. I don't know if that's the same. Yeah, I guess you got 1250 watts. But mine does what I need it to do. That convection microwave oven that I had when we first moved to Texas, we bought that at Sears and Roebuck when Sears was here in town. And that thing was about around $1,000 back then. That was back in 79, I think. And it was so heavy. Oh my God. I had to get 2 men to come in this house to take it out when it quit working. And after that, I replaced it with just a cheapy microwave from Walmart. And it does fine. It's lightweight. I can pick it up and move it if I have to. It's on my counter over here next to the refrigerator. Right over there. Behind my Coke bottle. I just told on myself. I showed you my Coke bottle. Every once in a while, I got to have some Coca-Cola or Pepsi. I try not to drink it all the time, though. Yeah, Joshua said the dishwasher in his apartment has buttons instead of knobs. Yeah, and you probably have to look at the owner's manual to figure out how to work it the first few times you work it, and then after that you can remember. Mine is, I don't know what it is. Uh, mine is a Hamilton Beach. Hamilton Beach microwave. I'd rather have Coca-Cola most of the time, Matthew, but I do buy Pepsi occasionally. I really like the taste of Coca-Cola better than Pepsi. And that's Coca-Cola over there now. It's Diet Coke. Matthew says, I personally love Diet Coke. I drink up to 12 cans a day, and I know it's bad for me, but I can't stop it. That's the reason I started back drinking iced tea and lemonade, Kool-Aid, and all that kind of stuff. To quit drinking so many soft drinks, because I know they're not good for you. And I have got cut back quite a bit. But every once in a while, when I go pick up groceries, you know, I'll buy me a bottle of Coke. Or buy me a bottle of Pepsi and bring it home. Or I might just get an individual bottle and drink it on the way home. Me personally, I love Diet Coke. I drink up to 12 cans a day. Yeah, 12 cans a day is too much. But a lot of times when I get these 2-liter bottles, that's all I'll drink that day is Coke all day long. My thermos gets empty and I'll refill it. And I know that's the worst thing I can do. But then when it's gone, and I don't buy any more for quite a while. I have to go. I'll be back later. Okay, Anthony. I guess you're going to get your coffee pot. Walmart will deliver. We've been on here almost 2 hours. We've been on here an hour and 41 minutes. But, as always, I always lose track of time when we're on here. I get to chatting with everybody. The only thing I don't like about going live on my camera is because it don't show the chat up there anymore. If I go vertical, it will show the chat up, and I can read the chat off of the camera. But when I go vertical, I have to rely on the laptop over here to read the chat. Gladys said, "Good night, Linda. My right eye is closing." Yeah, I need to get off of here too. I've kept y'all for almost 2 hours. I think that's long enough. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming into the live tonight. Congratulate the two ladies that won, or the Linda that won, and Matthew that is going to pay the postage for the other one for me to send it to him. So y'all have a blessed night. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now. Love y'all. Well, there we go.